Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 creepiest anime ever made. Skin crawling does not begin to describe some of these works. Number 10. Cat Soup. On the surface, cat soup might appear adorable, but Nyata and Nyako's faces do inspire some unsettling feelings in our stomachs. The story, on the other hand, adds a whole other layer of disturbing to the mix. Cat Soup follows Nyata as they venture into the depths of the underworld in order to save Nyako's soul. Many moments will paint a bleak picture in your head, almost to an uneasy degree, but what'll haunt you for years is the way the movie ends, which may invoke some uncomfortable existential thoughts. All in all, do not watch this thinking, oh, what a fun-looking cat movie. Number 9. Dandadan. Though not always leaning into its horror side, Dandadan is still deserving of being called one of the creepiest anime to have ever graced our screens.
体の呪いだけ解放して頭は抑えるってことできませんか?
For starters, the designs of the monsters are super distorted with jagged lines and warped body parts, enough to make anyone a bit squeamish. Sandwiched in between all the adorable romance and hilarious comedy, you've got some of the eeriest ghosts and messed up looking extraterrestrials on this side of anime. And let's just say that these supernatural beings' intentions are usually beyond disturbing. Nevertheless, if you've been wanting a new show about spirits, superpowers, and other planes of existence, this is a damn fine anime to jump into. Number 8. The Flowers of Evil. Obsession is the main theme of this anime. The Flowers of Evil focuses its story on a middle school student named Kasuga, the girl he is crushing on, and the girl who winds up manipulating him in the most humiliating ways imaginable. Throughout all 13 episodes, the Flowers of Evil gets more and more grim as Kasuga struggles in keeping his perversion of Psyche a secret from her. While some were critical of the rotoscope animation upon its release, it really does add to the disturbing nature of the series.
昨日の放課後何してた？まゆまゆの給食費盗まれたんだって。中村さん、何してた？
邪魔だからだけをクソかす。
Number 7. Poppy the Performer. If you've ever found yourself creeped out by dolls like Elf on the Shelf, then you'd be better off skipping this anime entirely. Poppy the Performer is a show made specifically for children, showing a group of circus performers dubbed the Wolf Circus partaking in various activities. While the barren environments and clean character models are enough to give most folks nightmares, the most disturbing aspects of the show lie in the lack of voice acting and the sometimes violent scenarios the characters are put in. It's found itself a cult following over the years who can't help but be allured by its creepiness. Number 6. Yamishibai, Japanese Ghost Stories. Before we continue, let us preface this by saying Yamishibai is one of the most unique horror anime you can watch right now. Since 2013, this long-running series has captured the spirit of Kamishibai, a form of Japanese street theater where the performer would narrate a story while displaying different illustrations. Yamishibai encapsulates the art scene in these performances while telling some of the most horrifying stories imaginable. The episodes Farewell Confession and The Dripping in particular will plague your mind long after your initial viewing. Number 5. Made in Abyss. Much like Cat Soup, Made in Abyss is one of those shows that look like it should be a fun and whimsical adventure. Alas, there is a dark underbelly that the naive would never expect. This is a story about a child looking for her mother in a dismal and visceral world, often coming within a hair's inch of death, courtesy of the evil she encounters. The backstories of characters like Waco and Nanachi are especially disturbing to learn about. This is very much an anime that is not for the faint of heart. Viewer discretion is heavily advised. Number 4. Serial Experiments Lain. Considering the amount of time that's passed since its airing, Serial Experiments Lain feels uncomfortably prophetic in retrospect. The show follows a young girl who becomes increasingly familiar with the dangers of the online world known as The Wired. A lot of the subject matter hits close to home as it predicts the harsh effects the internet has inflicted since becoming a huge part of our daily lives. Paranoia, antisocial behavior, alienation, and persecution are just a handful of topics that Serial Experiments Lain explores.
どうだい、レイン。新しいナビには慣れたかい?
Number 3. Perfect Blue. Speaking of anime that feels too real, Perfect Blue is a movie that explores another aspect of 21st century living, dangerously accessible information about specific individuals. Perfect Blue tells the story of a former pop idol trying to become an actress only to find herself being stalked.
幻想が実体化するなんてありえないもの。
Between the focus on parasocial relationships and the lengths people go to for info on celebrities, this movie was practically warning us about how the world would turn out in the 2020s and beyond. No one listened, and now Perfect Blue looks as prophetic as Serial Experiments Lain. Number 2. The Summer Hikaru Died. A title like this is already bound to raise alarms, though it mostly stems from intrigue. However, The Summer Hikaru Died will likely leave you in a depressed mesmerization. After his best friend is fatally wounded, Yoshiki discovers that a mysterious entity has possessed his late best friend's body. Although this body snatcher wants to remain close with Yoshiki, the world and his own feelings may make that impossible. Garish does not begin to describe the imagery seen in The Summer Hikaru Died. It may not be as explicit as our other entries with violence and viscera, but there are still plenty of moments that are stomach-churning.
好きや。めっちゃ好き。
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Higurashi When They Cry series. It doesn't matter which of the time loops you're experiencing in the Higurashi series, odds are you're going to be witness to some of the most deeply disturbing anime moments you could ever subject yourself to. There are a lot of grisly murders shown, violent moments between the cast members, and a constant sense of dread as you wonder who's going to let loose without warning.
犯人のうち一人は未だ逃走中。
知らない。なかった。
やっぱりあったんだ。
That said, Higurashi isn't just blood and guts. Ryukishi weaved one of the most engaging visual novel narratives, and it translates beautifully to the TV screen. Just be sure that you can handle the anxiety that comes with the package.
うるさいほどに泣いていた日暮は今にして思えばこれから始まる全てのことを俺に教えようとしていたのかもしれない。
What is the creepiest anime you've ever seen? Let us know down in those comments below.